it's going to be like
I'm going to
feel you went to that
absolutely.
school. Okay,
absolutely.
I interviewed him. I know him. I know what he's going to do. I've seen him do that block shot, that 3-point play, all that. You know this team now.
And I'm going to say this before we go to break. You have a perception of somebody until you meet them.
And it can be totally different.
And it's completely different.
Yeah.
And that's something. And that's how I feel about Patino, because I have a newfound respect for him.
Yeah. I'm glad you said that, because I've had so many people when I was talking about him this week, they were all like, I'm not a big fan of his. I'm not.
Yeah, I was like, he did
you
this,
cannot be
that.
a big fan of his, but then when you go and you spend time with him and you see him behind the scenes,
right?
He's a different person when the camera comes off.
Yes.
And people need to see that.
Or
at least hear about it.
It actually makes me feel good.
Yeah.
About humanity, because
and
you can listen to the news, you can see have an impression of something that somebody did or is accused of doing, and it's nothing from what reality really
Billy,
is.
The biggest thing is there's people listening right now that they're going to say, "Do you know what he was accused of?"
Yes.
I mean, I can't believe you're talking this nice.
No, I know.
And I get all that. Trust me. I'm one of those guys. When you make a mistake, you make a mistake.
Right.
Okay.
But we're all infallible. We all make mistakes.
We all make mistakes.
Everybody does.
Trust me. There's a lot of churches out there that are full.
Yeah.
If you asked anybody before they went into church, you'd make any mistakes, those churches would be empty.
They'd be empty.
Okay, that's that easy.
We got a great show lined up today. We're going to have reaction to all the action of this week, and of course, last night at the MAC tournament. We'll talk a little Eagles, a little Phillies. Ranger Suarez getting sent home from the World Baseball Championship. Danny,
World Baseball Classic.
Yeah,
forearm tightness. It's not great, but I'm glad they got him out there before it got worse.
And of course, we didn't see it, but we've been hearing about Schwarber's bomb in the game last night.
So it was a pool shot too. It landed in a pool in Arizona.
So we'll have all that more. On the other side, we get back, we'll start playing some of our some of the tape, some of the interviews that we had last night. We're gonna have a lot of fun. It's the spring forward edition of the Locker Room here with Billy Schweim and Mike Carlin. The first hour of the Locker Room is powered by Surety Title. Surety provides comprehensive title insurance protection and professional settlement services for home buyers and sellers, real estate agents, brokers, lenders, home builders, developers, and attorneys to facilitate your real estate purchases. Surety is an industry-wide leader with a team of experts that will help you through the entire process, from contract signing to closing, from the shortest center city and every place in between. Surety Title is there for you with 15 office locations in New Jersey and PA. That's Surety Title. For more information, call my good friend Ron Conklin at 856-988-8900 or give the Ocean City office a call at 609-399-1227. That's 609-399-1227. I'm here, folks, to tell you about Lavari Seafood Bar and Grill, located on Route 50 in Tuckahoe Road in Petersburg, just 8 minutes outside of Ocean City's 34th Street Bridge. It's an old school bar, 18 big screen TVs, daily specials. They're open every day at 11 a.m. Go in for lunch, celebrating 15 years in business. Thursday is wing night, $1 wings, $2.50 domestic drafts. They have live music every Friday night. Book a private party. Give Dave Lavari a call. Dave's a great guy. 609-628-2225. That's 609-628-2225. Tell Dave the Locker Room said hi. When we return, we'll continue with more here in the Locker Room with Billy Schweim and Mike Carlin right here on 97.3 ESPN.
It's Sixers basketball tonight on 97.3 ESPN with the voice of the 76ers, Tom McGinnis, calling all the exciting play-by-play action.
He drives it by one man to the near side house. Open three, corner by Daniel House. Oh, yeah. Sixers get the bucket.
The Sixers host the Wizards tonight. Coverage begins at 6 p.m. Philadelphia 76ers basketball on your radio home of the Sixers in South Jersey, 97.3 ESPN.
Ocean City's real estate market is red hot. You need an agent that has the knowledge and expertise to help. Contact Ocean City's top agent, Mark Rhymes. Mark has been selling real estate for 30 years in South Jersey. He can answer all your real estate questions and find you the perfect property. He's available anytime on his cell at 609-425-2042. When Philadelphia star athletes are looking for a house at the beach, they contact Mark Rhymes, specializing in buying and selling vacation homes, single-family homes, condominiums, and duplexes, residential and commercial, as well as new construction projects or investment opportunities. Mark Rhymes, he's your agent at the beach. Give him a call right now, 609-425-2042, or check out his website at grimes.com.
Randazzo's Pizza. Pizza you're gonna love. It's got the freshest taste that you'll find any place. Randazzo's Pizza, there's one right nearby. Randazzo's Pizza, Randazzo's Pizza. It's a pizza like you've never had before. Eat it or take it home, no matter where you roam. Randazzo's Pizza, the tastiest you'll find. Randazzo's Pizza, the tastiest you'll find.
Why would you call anyone else besides Randazzo's Pizzeria and Family Restaurant, 34th and Asbury Avenue in Ocean City. Open year-round, 7 days a week, offering free delivery on the whole island and to the beach. Pizza, pasta, salads, entrees, subs, paninis, and wraps. Voted best of the shore. Call 814-1600. 814-1600.
Randazzo's Pizza, the tastiest you'll find. Randazzo's Pizza, the tastiest you'll find.
Finding an electrician that is dependable, prompt, and experienced is important. Tom Jackson & Sons Electrical Service is just that. Service in Atlantic and Cape May counties for 40 years, Tom Jackson & Sons Electrical Services specializes in both commercial and residential work and provides 24-hour emergency services. No job too big and no job too small. Call Tom Jackson & Sons Electrical Services. They do it all. Call for a free estimate, 609-399-1999.
Call Tom Jackson and Sons for electrical, they're number one.
Searching for fun ways to spend your tax return? Boats for cats. Oh, flotation devices for cats. Don't waste it all on something silly. Spend smarter with Straight Talk. Get our Silver Unlimited plan for $45 a month with unlimited high-speed data and with nationwide 5G. Plus, get a Samsung A13 5G for only $99.99, down from $149. If you're looking to get the most out of your refund, your search ends here. Straight Talk Wireless. No contract, no compromise. 5G capable device required. Actual availability, coverage, and speed may vary. See latest terms and conditions at straighttalk.com.
Do you love a good cigar almost as much as your family? Well, maybe that's an exaggeration, but you can find that perfect cigar at Smokers Haven. With 5 New Jersey locations, Smokers Haven has the finest selection of cigars in the area, like Ashton, My Father's, Romeo and Julieta, Monte Cristo, and more. All from the finest tobacco leaves and hand-rolled by the world's finest cigar makers. All locations are fully open. Stop in and let them help you find the perfect cigar to pair with your life. See all they have and their locations at smokershavennj.com.
You're listening to The Locker Room with Billy Schweim on 97.3 ESPN and the 97.3 ESPN free mobile app.
All right, we're back here broadcasting live at the Toms River Auto Group studio right here in Northfield. Billy Schweim, Mike Carlin, the day after the MAC Championship basketball game at Boardwalk Hall in Atlantic City. A great venue to watch. A lot of history there, Mike.
A lot of history. And then last night, the first time, because the other nights they didn't. They always had someone singing the national anthem.
Yeah,
you heard the organ.
The
last
pipes.
night.
How about
pipes
that?
Were going.
And you nailed me and said, "Listen to that."
Yeah, I mean it's
there's not too many of those left.
No, it's a historical landmark. Like you walk up, people are taking pictures of it. It's and when that guy's playing it, it's something.
Also, another notable story throughout this whole. How about Iona's women? They win it. Yeah. The Iona women win it and the men win it.
Yeah, every once in a while you'll see. I think Villanova has done it with their, when they win the Big East, the boys and the girls, or like there's very few teams are able to pull that off. It's usually you have a great women's team and the guys are okay, or you have a great guys team and the women are okay, kind of
right.
Thing. So, but for a school like that at that size, it's a huge accomplishment.
All right, now let's set the table for this because this is where coaching comes in. People think they're just looking good on the school side or at court side, but Morris played 4 days in a row.
Yep,
they were what were they 11 seed?
They were 11.
So they had to work. They had to work hard to get to where they were, and the coach Pitino knew it. So he pressed them, and it was a close game.
Yeah,
all throughout the whole first half.
I think he was hoping that eventually it was going to catch up to him.
It was nip and tuck,
and he was right.
As a matter of if you look at the stats, I mean, Iona with time with the lead, they had the lead to it, but it was a close game.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, at one point it was tied.
Tied, or it was like a 4-point lead,
right.
a 5-point lead, and then Morris would come down and hit a big 3, and all of a sudden now it's a 2-point lead.
Walter Clayton was not on his game, which is the MVP of that conference.
Yes,
he was missing
shots.
And I
saw him play all week. And all week he was dead on.
Right, he was 1 for 5 in the 3-point, and he was missing, not even close.
Right, but I think he did other things throughout the game to make up for it.
How about the second? You also made this comment to me all the offensive rebounds that Morris was getting.
They were
especially in the early going.
They were getting a lot of. That's what was keeping them in the games.
Right.
They were missing the first shot, but they were getting the rebound and then dishing it back out for an open three.
All right. So the first clip we're going to play is Rick Pitino when he first gets up to the podium for the press conference, and he thanks it. He talks about the event itself and the schools, and let's play that.
Okay.
So from the heart, and he made some really good points. But talking about the actual game itself, my next question. Remember when you hand me the microphone, but then the gentleman at the podium said, "All right, let's ask for the players." I had one more question for the coach. It was going to be when it was like they had pressed throughout the whole first half, and then it with like 10 minutes into the second, 10 minutes I think into the second half, they tied it. My question was going to be at that point. Did you think about changing strategies and pulling off the press? But it didn't seem like
I don't think
he would have.
No. And
he said because they were, and you're going to play that, but he said they were going to go on their run.
Right. And that's what I had told to a couple people that were texting me during the game, because I kept saying, it may not be close. I said, but eventually when it was close, I said, get ready for a run. I said it to my brother. I said it to Harry Vance.
Right.
People were tired. I said, because I think a lot of people out there didn't want Iona to win.
No.
Okay. They were all for, You're for the underdog.
Right.
They're 11 and I kept saying in the text, guys, the run is coming because I saw it on Wednesday. I saw it on Friday, and boom, from the 4-minute mark on, 19-2 run to finish the game. And that's I kept saying it's going to come. It's going to come. And he knew it was going to come.
For Mars, Patrick Gardner, they're 7'2". Is he 7 foot?
Thank God they had him.
I mean, I asked him. So you had walked out. I had a chance to ask him a few questions. I didn't record it. I don't know why I didn't do it. I guess it was because they were losing. They were losing. They had lost, and I don't know. But I asked him. I said, Did you feel good? Did you guys feel good at the beginning? Because remember, they were missing. Remember in warm-ups, I said they were missing everything.
Yeah.
And in the beginning of the game,
he thought maybe it got to be too big for him.
It got to be too big for him, but then they settled in.
Yeah.
And then he started hitting some shots. I mean, we were kind of like, he's off today. But he said no. He said he felt good. But like Coach Patino said, they played 4 days in a row.
Yeah. They just caught up to him, and you could see in the last 5 minutes they gave it. Yeah, it's like a team you could be losing at halftime in the NBA by 25, 30 points. Don't go to bed because with 2 minutes to go, it's going to be a 4-point game. But what happens, that team took so much emotion to get to that point.
Right.
They just don't have nothing else left.
Right.
With 2.5 minutes to go, it's like, we're done.
And you saw how animated Patino gets on the court side.
Yeah.
But Coach John Dunn from Mars, remember when he came? Did you see him at the beginning of the second half?
Oh, he was on.
And he even said he was trying to get him fired up because he felt that they had hit a wall.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? They were tired.
And that the coach has that feeling.
And he has that feeling.
He could see, because I've been to games where I've seen Patino call a timeout on Friday. We weren't a minute into the game.
Right.
A minute. And that's the question I asked him. I said, Coach, what did you see that the rest of us didn't see? Because timeouts are at a premium. You keep as many as you can. I said, you called timeout with that a minute into the game.
Right.
And he was like, they were doing stuff that we had just talked about 10 minutes earlier in the locker room that they weren't doing it in the first minute. And my thinking was, they're not doing it now. They're not going to do it the rest of the game.
Right. I'm pumped up. I tell you what, this is like your appetizer for the big dance.
Yeah.
And I can't wait to get the brackets going, Carlin.
Let's go.
Let's get it going. All right, the first hour.
Hey, the good news. You know what Hamilton said to me?
What?
If Iona is around on the East Coast here, because you guys are more than welcome to come because I'll get you to pass. You're part of.
Yeah. I heard him say
right
that.
Here.
I love it.
Yeah.
I love it. The relationships you build, right, Carlin?
Let's go to San Diego or something. Let's go to Tampa. Let's go somewhere.
All right, the first hour of the locker room was powered by Surety Title. Surety provides comprehensive title insurance protection and professional settlement services for home buyers and sellers, real estate agents, brokers, lenders, home builders, developers, and attorneys to facilitate your real estate purchases. Surety is an industry-wide leader with a team of experts. I'll help you through the entire process, from contract signing to closing for the shortest center city and every place in between. Surety Title is there for you with 15 office locations in New Jersey and PA. That's Surety Title. For more information, call my good friend Ron Conklin at the Marlton office at 856-988-8900 or the Ocean City office, 609-399-1227, 609-399-1227. There is a new wind blowing at Maserati, the main line. The all-new Maserati Gregale midsize SUV has officially arrived. Stop by Maserati, the main line, located in Devon, PA, just minutes away from Center City, Philadelphia, to experience it for yourself. With class-leading space, advanced driving, and technology features, the Gregale makes every journey a thrilling experience. From your daily commute to weekend road trips, the Maserati Gregale elevates every moment into something truly special. Test drive the new all Gregale for yourself and experience how it makes every day exceptional. Visit them online at motml.com or give them a call at 484-804-4800. That's 484-804-4800 to schedule your test drive today. And you ask for Michael Pileggi. Michael's up there, and the Gregale is all new. Check it out. When we return, we'll continue with more interviews from the MAC Conference Basketball Championships in Boardwalk Hall in Atlantic City. You're listening to The Locker with Billy Schweim and Mike Carlin right here on 97.3 ESPN.
Sign up now for this year's $1 Million Bracket Challenge. Registration is underway now at 973ESPN.com and the free mobile app until the tournament begins.
Hell yeah!
Brought to you by
Progressive Fence and Railing, serving South Jersey for over 20 years.
Call them at 609-800-8428.
Register for the $1 million bracket.
Train presents The Unstoppables. Those captains of comfort, those gargantuans of the guarantee, those satisfaction savants who persevere perilously beyond probability as the raconteurs of reliability. Here's the train's heralded heroes of heating and air conditioning, those comfort kings with a tireless tenacity for total turnaround. The Train Comfort Specialists. Just one more reason why it's hard to stop a train.
Hi, this is Joe Lenigan, owner of Lenigan Plumbing, Heating, and Cooling. Call us today for your free train system quote at 609-399-1200 or online at ocnjplumber.com. And please don't forget to ask for the military and senior discount.
Calling again, again and again. Calling again, again and again.
Every year, hundreds of children suffer from unintentional injuries or death due to unsecured guns. Camden County and Moms Demand Action South Jersey are asking for your help to reduce gun violence by spreading the Be Smart message.
Store guns unloaded, locked, and separate from ammunition. And talk to other parents about secure gun storage.
It's up to us to prevent these tragedies and save lives. Visit CamdenCounty.com/BeSmart to learn how we can stop gun accidents and deaths together.
This world has its limits, but in the all-new, all-electric Nissan Ariya, you've got a world of possibilities. You can leave it all behind in serene interiors, or you can go after it with available E-Force all-wheel drive. Go your way in the all-new, all-electric Nissan Ariya. Nissan Ariya with E-Force not yet available for purchase. Expected availability early 2023, subject to change. E-Force all-wheel drive is an optional feature. E-Force cannot prevent collisions or provide enhanced traction in all conditions. Always monitor traffic and weather conditions.
In order for small businesses to thrive, they need to be smart, efficient, agile, staying ahead of the market at every turn, and finding ways to do more with less. That's never been more important than it is right now. So for a limited time, Comcast Business is introducing Small Business Savings, a deal for companies across the country. When you call in now, you can get powerful internet for just $39 a month for 12 months. $39 a month with no annual contract and a money-back guarantee. All on the largest, fastest, reliable network for small businesses with the company that powers more businesses than anyone else. So if you're a small business owner, don't wait. Call and get started today. Comcast Business, powering possibilities.
Offer ends 3/21/23. Restrictions apply. New Comcast Business 50 megabits per second internet customers only. Requires EcoBill and AutoPay. Equipment, taxes, and fees extra and subject to change. Call or go online for details. After promo, regular rates apply.
You're listening to The Locker Room with Billy Schweim on 97.3 ESPN and the free 97.3 ESPN mobile app.
All right, we're back broadcasting live at the Toms River Auto Group studio right here in Northfield. Billy Schweim, Mike Carlin. The intern, Andrew Leeds, is here, and he worked really diligently on the website. Check out the website. It really looks good, man. He's done a great job, Mike.
He's
done a fabulous job. It's
Through all
the
these
Locker
years
Room,
before
Billy
we didn't have
Schweim.
it. Right.
And on the when you go to the website, you can actually watch us on YouTube. You just click the link, and you'll see us at our live broadcast. You can watch us. All right, and as soon as Danny takes the thing off there, you can see us. I can see the locker room.
Yeah, I'm getting there for you. I'm getting there for you.
Hey, how about how Coach Patino started that conference yesterday, thanking the commissioner, who we had on that day yesterday.
And then so go to the website. Also, our social media, Instagram. Andrew Leeds is posting everything right there and keeping everybody up to date on the website. The Locker Room, Billy Schweim. And then check it all out. It all looks great. We got photos, articles, and a whole lot more. You can actually buy T-shirts now.
We're moving on up, Billy.
Coffee mug. We're moving on up, Carlin. All right, Mike, you had an opportunity to talk to Walter Clayton, and you told me before the game that this kid is a coach on the court. And he one thing that I noticed about his game, calm, cool, and collected. And you said to me that watch this team, referring to Iona, when Morris tied it up, that they could get tight. I didn't see that.
No,
I didn't see that. That kid.
And what else? I said, when you're the player of the year,
right?
This is when you got to pick it up right now.
And I think his calm demeanor, his leadership on that court, I think, kept everybody calm.
And I would see him. I pick up little things when certain guys are shooting foul shots. He'd go over, whisper in their ear,
right?
Like you just said, he was calming everybody down. Like, it's going to be okay. Give me the ball.
But if it wasn't for Dennis Jackson,
Jenkins.
Jenkins
was,
because he was hot. He had
27
points.
Yeah.
I mean, he hit some big shots.
Big time threes.
None bigger than with 3 minutes and 4 seconds left in the game.
Yeah.
And he put them up by what, 5? It was a dagger.
Yeah, it went up by 12.
They went up by 12. That was it.
Because
that was a 3-point shot.
Because what was happening is they were getting the lead by 7-8 points, and then Maris would hit a big three, and you're back down to 4 or 5. When they were at 9 and they extended it to 12 and the place just exploded, it was like, this game's over.
That was great.
Yeah.
All right, we're gonna play. Let's play the interview with Walter Clayton. Mike, great questioning, and you're a basketball guy, so you were right at home, and I was very impressed and happy for you because watching the game and then getting to get the reaction of the coach and the players is pretty important.
Mm-hmm.
But he made one statement that I think people don't realize: the work that the kids put in the off season, summer camps, summer workouts, it never stops, and even the amount of time, like Pitino said during the press conference, that he might not have long workouts, but the 2 hours, 150 that they're in there, an hour and 50 minutes, they go
There's
hard.
no fooling around.
No.
And did you see the two guards talk to each other?
Yeah.
He goes, I go against him and he goes against me every day. It's not like they split up where first team plays second team. He splits the teams up. So your best guard's going against your other best guard.
Right.
There's no
So
down.
Another observation I have about Pitino, like if you were like just sitting in the crowd and not knowing Rick Pitino, or at least getting to see him in the press conference, we're playing it now so people can hear his antics on court side. When he's screaming at the player, some people can take that the wrong way.
Right.
They love it.
They love it. And he seems to get his point across.
Yes.
But then it's out of his head.
And
He
then
moves
it's
on.
out of his head. He moves on.
He makes his point and moves on.
Right.
The other thing you saw, the difference between, and I saw it all week, every other team comes in with the new pullovers and stuff. They look nice. It's from the college.
Right.
Him and his 16 assistants, as my brother says jokingly, coat and tie. I mean, they are professionals.
There were more assistant coaches on the bench than there were players at one point, it looked like.
It was crazy. But my point is, they're all buttoned up. They're all first class. This is the image that he's putting out there. Okay.
I know this is a sports show and we're supposed, but I thoroughly enjoyed the game. The game.
Oh yeah.
It was a great game. And even though I think Marist was a little over, I don't want to say in over their heads, but they were fighting. It was like they were fighting an uphill battle for the simple reason they were number 11. They had to fight for 4 games, and they weren't expected to win. I think they conducted themselves.
Oh, absolutely. And we said before the game, I looked at you, Billy. I said, Billy, we'll know at halftime if we're going home early or not tonight.
Right.
And I said, if it's like a 12, 14-point lead, I said, this game's over.
Right.
They'll take it to them the first 2-3 minutes. I said, but if they can cut it to under 10 and I said, they're going to go in the halftime saying, guys, we're in this game.
Yeah.
We are here to stay.
All right, let's go ahead and play the cut where Pitino's talking about the press, I think. Is that the one we have, Danny? Yeah. The block shots. That's what I really wanted that made SportsCenter.
Billy, when we walked into the press room, they asked questions. I know in my head you only have so much time.
Right.
My head's spinning. What am I going to ask?
Right.
And the whole time I kept saying to myself, SportsCenter does a top 10 every day. I said, we just witnessed like 6 blocks. It could have been 6 out of the 10. I mean,
Right.
one was better than, like, you can dunk the ball, but then you can have a thunderous dunk where it's just earth rattling.
Right.
You can block a shot, but then you can have block shots that you go, wow, like people get out of their seats. And they weren't just they weren't just the big guys doing it. Like Clayton had a block. He's a guard.
Right.
I mean, they were
two
up
guys
above.
at one point. Two guys blocked. But here's the thing: usually when that happens, you get a foul associated with it.
Nothing.
This was both clean.
Going down the other way around. But my question was going to be, hey guys, don't go to bed too late tonight because those block shots tonight,
they're going to be on SportsCenter.
They're going to be on SportsCenter.
And they were.
And I didn't think about it until this morning. I wake up, I'm watching the top 10. Sure enough, it's on there.
All right. The last part of this, we're going to, there's a lot of speculation going on that there's a couple openings. I mean, Jim Boeheim left Syracuse. St. John's is now open. There's a coaching vacancy.
Virginia Tech. I mean, there's some big schools
There's some
around.
big schools. And somebody asked the coach about his future. Winning, baby. Just win, baby.
That statement changed everything I thought about it.
Right?
I walked in there last night and the night before thinking, see him as much as you can because he's gone.
Right.
I'm like 50-50 now.
So you don't, because
I thought he was 100% out
right.
the door.
You kept saying he's
but
going
when
to
you
St.
heard
John's.
that speech and the way he said, now, unless he is an unbelievable actor and he's just saying what needs to be said because he's got his AD 10 feet away from him
Right.
and all that. But if he really means what he said, like he said, in 2 years, 35-6, I mean, he's God there. They don't have a football program.
No.
I mean, he's the school. He's going to keep recruiting if he stays there. I mean, this is going to go on for year to year. Look how old he is. For him to go to St. John, you go to St. John's, you know why? Because they're terrible right now.
Right.
It's a rebuilding process.
Right.
That's going to take he doesn't have his players. He can't recruit yet. So you're 2-3 years out. Do you really want to wait 2-3 years to get to the level where he says he wants to be winning year after year after year? If he stays here, he can.
Mike,
and I don't think it's money at this point.
Mike, there's a difference between a coach that's journeyman coach and a guy like Rick Pitino, who's been at Kentucky, he's been at Providence, and so on and so forth. He knows how to win, and he has won.
When we were driving home last night, I was just thinking to myself, you and our Mike were talking, and I was thinking of all the coaches that are going to be in this March Madness, who's a bigger name than him? There's no Jay this year. There's no
they're all
Coach
gone.
D. There's not. He is coming from this little school, and he's going to be the name of the whole tournament.
Yeah, I'm pulling for him. I can't wait. Now, we talked about this too last night. Look at the Virginias and the Dukes. North Carolina. There are no Philadelphia schools in this tournament coming up.
I mean,
there's a changing landscape in the NCAA
the
basketball.
Philly, because we're so close to Philly, and I grew up in Philly.
Right.
I'm a Big Five guy.
Right.
To make it that every year now, other than Villanova, LaSalle, Temple, St. Joe's, Penn, for not one of those schools to go to the next level to at least get is disheartening. I would say.
I'm shocked.
It
am.
It really shouldn't be like that.
No, I'm shocked. So that concludes our portion of the MAC tournament, the championship game last night at Boardwalk Hall. We want to thank Atlantic City, of course, Hamilton Cook for putting on a great show, Rich Enzer for joining us yesterday, and also Steve Lennox, who was calling the game. And it was really cool to see the production part of it, and all that goes
How it all
into
comes
it, how
together.
it all comes together.
Yeah, and it's all TV.
And boy, was that one heck of a big trophy.
It was a great
Is
trophy.
that an unbelievable
And,
trophy?
you know,
Go
even-
check it out on the pictures will be on
I had
the
a couple
website.
people that when we were walking in, I got to see by face, and they act like they know you, kind of thing.
Yeah.
And a couple guys, they're from the area. They were like, "Oh yeah. Well, we listened. We heard your show this morning. Like I saw them on Friday.
Yeah,
And I was
yeah,
like,
yeah,
we're
yeah.
on Saturday morning. And when I walked in last night, I was shaking hands. They were like, "We heard you. We heard you. 10 to 12. We're gonna keep listening."
We're turning Carlin into a little celebrity here. All
that's
right,
fun.
Mike. The first hour of the locker room is powered by Surety Title. Surety provides comprehensive title insurance protection and professional settlement services for home buyers and sellers, real estate agents, brokers, lenders, home builders, developers, and attorneys to facilitate your real estate purchases. Surety is an industry-wide leader with a team of experts to help you through the entire process, from contract signing to closing of the shortest center city and every place in between. Surety Title is there for you. With 15 office locations in New Jersey and PA, that's Surety Title. For more information, call my good friend Ron Conklin at 856-988-8900 or call the Ocean City office at 609-399-1227. That's 609-399-1227. Friends, let me tell you about everybody's heard about the Jersey Man and Philly Man magazine that's run by ex-Philadelphia tight end Ken Dunnick. But were you aware of their private business network they call the Legacy Club? Every month, they hold private events in locations in Philadelphia and South Jersey that attract over 200 top business people. If you have an interest in attending one of these events and see it's a fit for your business, send an email to ken@jerseymanmagazine.com or give them a call at 856-912-4007 for more information. And, of course, want to send our thoughts out to Ken Dunnick, who's recovering from surgery, and we heard he's doing well. And keep up the good work. Get well soon, Ken Dunnick. All right, when we return, we'll wrap up hour number one. You're listening to The Locker Room with Billy Schweim and Mike Carlin right here on 97.3 ESPN.
Tonight on ESPN Radio.
Here's another break for the Knicks. Julius Randle goes strong with a left-hand flush.
Julius Randle and the New York Knicks continue a West Coast road trip in Los Angeles, where they'll face Anthony Davis and the Lakers.
Anthony Davis cleans it up and stuffs it home.
The Knicks at the Lakers, presented by Indeed. Coverage begins tonight at 8:30 Eastern on ESPN Radio.
It's the NBA on 97.3 ESPN, your exclusive home for the NBA Finals.
Finding an electrician that is dependable, prompt, and experienced is important. Tom Jackson & Sons Electrical Service is just that. Servicing Atlantic and Cape May counties for 40 years, Tom Jackson & Sons Electrical Services specializes in both commercial and residential work and provides 24-hour emergency services. No job too big and no job too small. Call Tom Jackson & Sons Electrical Services. They do it all. Call for a free estimate, 609-399-1999.
Call Tom Jackson and Sons for electrical, they're number one.
Hi, this is ex-Philadelphia Eagles tight end Ken Dunnick, and I'm the current publisher of Jersey Man and Philly Man magazine, and I'm asking you to become a Camden County police officer and help make our city a better place to live. The Camden County Police Department is now hiring for sworn officers who are going to make a difference in our community. The first year's salary for the position is $51,000. So join the effort today to be part of something bigger than yourself. Visit CamdenCountyPD.org to apply online. That's CamdenCountyPD.org. Thank you.
The Bet365 Bracket Challenge is here. It's free to play for your chance to win up to $10 million. Predict the winner of every game of the tournament this March, from round one to the championship. The best bracket wins up to $100,000, but the perfect bracket wins up to $10 million. Join in by March 16th to play the Bet365 Bracket Challenge. If you or someone you know has a gambling problem and wants help, call 1-800-GAMBLER. Must be 21 plus. No purchase necessary. See full terms and conditions at bet365.com.
Cashback is not available on gas in New Jersey and Wisconsin. This is Matt Crowder live at the gas station on 41st Street, reporting on those skyrocketing gas prices. Excuse me, miss, are you buying less gas now because of the high prices?
Oh, I never pay full price for gas anymore. I just use the free Upside app that pays you cash back for every gallon of gas you buy.
Wait a minute. Are you saying you actually get paid cash when you buy gas with the the Upside app?
Yes, I get real cash back every time I buy gas.
Well, does that actually add up to anything?
I've made around $200.
Wow. Well, there you have it. Stop paying full price for gas. Download the free Upside app and get real cash back every time you buy gas. This is Matt Crowder Radio News Network. Download the free Upside app now to earn real cash back every time you buy gas. Use promo code LANE for an extra 25 cents a gallon bonus on your first tank. You can cash out anytime right to your bank, to PayPal, or any gift card for Amazon and other brands. Just download the free Upside app and use promo code LANE for a 25 cents a gallon bonus on your first tank. That's code LANE.
The Riverview at Sweetwater Marina and River Deck is located on the historic Mullica River. With its versatile event space, all maintained by experienced, attentive staff, this venue presents an exceptional setting for a celebration to remember. Warm and intimate, Sweetwater specializes in weddings, sweet 16s, corporate events, bridal showers, and more. Sweetwater Marina and River Deck will be nothing short of amazing. Visit sweetwaterriverdeck.com for more information.
Now, more of The Locker Room with Billy Schweim on 97.3 ESPN and the 97.3 ESPN free mobile app.
All right, we're back broadcasting live in the Toms River Auto Group studio right here in Northfield. Billy Schweim, Mike Carlin. Mike Carlin, the Sixers got a game tonight, 6 o'clock. 6:30. Is it 6 o'clock or 6:30, guys? I think it's 6.
I was going to say Sunday at 6.
Sunday at 6. The Sixers find themselves at 44-22, 3.5 games behind the Milwaukee Bucks, who they beat. Last week they beat the Bucks up in Milwaukee. But I was very encouraged, and we'll transition over to some Sixers. We'll do a little Phillies in the next hour, and of course Eagles news and notes, and maybe a little Flyers.
We'll end up with a little Flyers. We'll give them 2 minutes.
We'll give everybody.
They get 2 minutes in a 2-hour show.
But I want to talk about Matisse Thybulle because I didn't bring it up yesterday, but I've been meaning to get, like, you're the basketball guy, so I want. But this is, I think, this goes beyond just basketball. It's just it's a Philly thing, to coin a phrase. The Philadelphia 76ers. Matisse Thybulle came back as a Trailblazer. He was traded, and he comes back as a Trailblazer, and he was interviewed by Keith Pompey in the Philadelphia Inquirer and Daily News. And he was saying that he didn't feel wanted. He didn't feel Pompey noticed that he had a glow in his eyes that he didn't have at the Sixers. He was devalued. He said he wasn't used properly. And he said he didn't feel wanted.
Well,
is that sour grapes, Mike?
Did you hear anything about this first 2 years he was here when he was playing pretty good?
Like he said, Trailblazers were really happy to have me.
Yeah, of course,
when you're not playing well, so if you win in Philadelphia, they love you like nothing else.
He wasn't playing good. Doc saw he wasn't playing good. He wasn't getting anything out. Their defenses were swinging to him to get the ball and then just back off because they knew he wasn't going to take a jump shot.
But I think,
and he wasn't playing deep. He was supposed to be our defensive stopper. Every time we played a bit, now the first year or two, he would line up against the.
So he doesn't have the mentality to play here because aren't most athletes very so much competitive? They want, like, when you're told you're too short, you're too slow, you're not fast enough. What do you do as a competitor?
I'm gonna beat you.
You're gonna prove them wrong, right?
Prove you wrong.
You're not smart enough. You're not fast enough. You're not big enough. Oh yeah, I'll show you.
And that's what Joel Embiid does,
right?
Every single night on the floor,
right?
Yeah, but there are certain cities, and Philly's one of them.
So you're saying you go to Portland and it's all kumbaya because you know what, people don't really care about that. They're too busy protesting in the street.
Right? They don't have the media that we have.
By the way, what did PDK mean on their shirts? Does anybody know what that meant?
It's really confusing because it looks like the Suns jerseys almost, like the Phoenix Suns.
Yeah, it was like
I guess
weird.
It's a Portland abbreviation, but I'll get back to you on that.
Yeah, look that up, intern.
But when you play,
not you, Danny. You're the producer. He's the intern.
When you play in New York, when you play in Philadelphia, there's certain cities that you got to have a thick skin, especially when you're not playing. When you're not playing up to your credential that we think you have, you're in trouble.
Mike, I want the home team to get on me if I'm not playing up to my expectations. Now I got to be honest with you. As an athlete in high school and college, we were very rarely booed. I don't remember the boos anyway. We were pretty much winners, but I would think that would inspire me to be better.
You want to be better.
We are better here in the locker room this morning. It was spring forward here in the locker room. The day after the MAC basketball championship in Atlantic City was a great venue and a great game. And we'll have more sports talk for you. We'll talk a little Sixers basketball, a little World Baseball Tournament, Schwarber home run, little Eagles, and a little Flyers. All that more. It's the Locker with Billy Schweim and Mike Carlin right here on 97.3 ESPN and the mobile app.
Here's what you missed on Keyshawn, J. Will, and Max.
What's your go-to on the pancake? Plain, strawberry, banana?
I'm more of a regular short stack. I might flirt with like a banana pancake, strawberry pancakes every once in a while.
I think that might be too sweet. Blueberry pancakes is probably
the blueberry guy?
Yeah, I'm a blueberry guy because the bananas are always too sweet for some reason. And then strawberries fine, but the blueberries, when they're in the cake, not just on top, fire. Pancakes is fire, man.
I got a pancake. Give me the short stack alone. I don't need anything else.
And I'm a ham steak guy opposed to a bacon because the bacon at IHOP is like
a little undercooked something.
Oh, it's paper thin. It's just Keyshawn, J. Will, and Max. Weekday mornings at 6 on 97.3 ESPN. Brought to you by
Ocean Casino Resort. Get your game on at the Gallery Bar Booking Games in Ocean Casino Resort. Visit theoceanac.com.
Mom, Dad, Sis?
Here we go again.
Why are you in a suit? Picture, if you will, a world with the best network imaginable. I'm talking about the Xfinity 10G network. Go on. Mom, remember how your reality shows wouldn't load with all of us online? Now you can binge. And Susie, we'll have fast internet in the basement.
Nice.
If you have any questions, here's my card.
This is just your name on a gum wrapper.
Introducing the 10G network only from Xfinity. The future starts now. Now through March 21st, new customers can get 200 megabit Xfinity internet during our limited time Xfinity 10G network launch celebration for just $25 a month for 2 years. Plus, there's no annual contract required and you get Wi-Fi equipment included. Go to Xfinity.com/10G, call 1-800-XFINITY, or visit a store today. Requires paperless billing and autopay with stored bank account. Restrictions apply. Taxes and fees extra. After promo, regular rates apply to internet service and devices. Actual speeds vary.
The all-new Nissan Ariya is a fully loaded EV. It's brimming with style and power.
Up to 389 horses of it.
Innovation and intelligence.
E-Force all-wheel drive.
It'll pin you to your seat.
Your very plush seat.
The all-new, all-electric Nissan Ariya. Nissan Ariya with E-Force expected availability early 2023. E-Force cannot prevent collisions or provide enhanced traction in all conditions. E-Force and 389 horsepower available on Platinum Plus. Nissan calculation using 1-foot rollout testing with long-range battery and E-Force only in sport mode with E-Step off. These results are for comparison only and should not be attempted on public roads. Drive responsibly. See NissanUSA.com for details.
When you want experience, go for the best. Pick up the phone and call Dennisville Fence.
Calling all South Jersey contractors, we are thrilled to invite you to celebrate the grand opening of our new location at 229 Shore Road in Summers Point. On Friday, March 24th from 11 to 4, please join us for an unforgettable day filled with new products and some tasty Taco Cat treats. Our team of experts is geared up and excited to help you discover the perfect solution for all of your fence and railing projects. And that's not all. We're giving away $350 vouchers towards any 2023 purchases. This is a can't-miss event, so mark your calendars and join us for a great day of new products and tasty tacos on Friday, March 24th from 11 to 4 at 229 Shore Road in Summers Point. We'll see you there.
Go with experience, go for the best. Pick up the phone and call Dennisville Fence. 1-800-499-FENCE.
Visit DennisvilleFence.com.
South Jersey's play-by-play home for the Eagles,
Touchdown!
Sixers, and Flyers.
He scored!
97.3 ESPN, WENJ, WENJ HD Millville, Atlantic City, a Town Square media station.
Red 83!
Welcome to The Locker Room
Vince Papali, welcome to the locker room.
I can smell it already, Billy. What's happening, buddy?
Von Hayes, welcome to the locker room with Billy Schweim.
Yeah, hey, Billy, how you doing out there?
Rich Gannon, welcome to the locker room, Rich.
Thanks, guys. It's great to be with you.
Great Bob McElwee, NFL referee.
Hey, Bill, how you doing?
Craig Berube. Craig, welcome to the locker room.
All right, thanks, Billy.
We have the real Pat Croce in the locker room.
Get me off the bench, Coach.
And now here's your host, Billy Schweim.
All right, we're back here in the locker room, broadcasting live from the Toms River Auto Group studio right here in Northfield. Billy Schweim, like Carlin. As we spring forward, set the clocks ahead. Lose an hour of sleep, Mike Carlin.
Longer nap today. That's what that means.
All right, before we went on the break, we were talking about Matisse Thybulle, and I want to get the exact quote. Danny's going to read it for us. Danny Ryan here, the producer, is going to read it for us. And then, I'm going to make a comment on because, I mean, if you look at his numbers, he's played better since he's been traded. But, Danny, what exactly did he say?
Yeah, so the morning of the Friday matchup, he said, any player that's playing out of a place of fear is going to struggle. Like, there's just going to be friction in everything you try to do. But when you play for a place of discipline and receptiveness to what the game's giving and what you are reading from it, I think there's a lot more opportunity. Then he went on to say, and for me specifically, I feel like there was a lot more fear-based play in Philadelphia as opposed to what I'm doing here in Portland.
Any validity to that, Mike Carlin?
It tells me he doesn't like Doc. He didn't get along with Doc. If you listen to the words, what he was saying, without saying his name, he wasn't a lover, and Doc didn't love him. But guess what? That only happens when you're not playing. He wasn't playing good. If he's playing good, he wouldn't be in Portland right now.
Ever since he got to Portland? He shoots 40.9% from 3-point.
Great. With no pressure on you.
That's what makes me so mad.
Where are they going? Where are they going?
But if he created, don't you think he created this pressure for himself by missing shots?
Yeah, that's what I mean.
Right?
So now he goes to Portland. I mean, we're talking about going to the conference finals.
But is
Portland talking about going to the conference
finals? He might be
finals?
talking about the fans too. The fans were getting on him, not just Doc.
And why?
Because he wasn't playing up to his expectations.
That's my point. Okay, he was supposed to be our defensive stopper. He wasn't stopping anybody. He couldn't score a point.
In 10 starts with Portland, he's averaged 7.5 points along with career highs with a 4.2 rebounds a game, 1.8 assists, 1.8 steals, 1.1 blocks, and he's been averaging 30.4 minutes a game.
Yeah, that's a lot of minutes for those stats.
He only shot 32% from 3 in Philly.
I mean, are you happy with those stats? If you're a starter, would you be happy with those stats?
40% is good from the 3, isn't it? That's good.
When he shoots, but you say he's averaging 7 points.
No, but but you got to remember though, the guy's a 2-time all-second team defensive player. So he does something that the Sixers are accused of not doing, play defense.
Because the first 2 years he did do that. The last year he didn't. So I don't know if it got into his head that he thought he was better than what he was, and he just dropped off. There had to be a reason for Doc to say, we're not using you anymore. He saw something, whether it's in practice, off the court, on the court. You just don't get rid of someone like that.
Well, he was averaging.
And now he's in
Portland.
Portland.
He averaged 4.4 in Philly. Now he's averaging 7.5. So he's getting more comfortable and he's working his way up.
And it really is just showing he's getting more comfortable with his 3-ball too. I mean, people aren't guarding him from beyond the arc, but at the same time, I mean, he is hitting those shots he wasn't hitting in Philly. It might just be a common change of scenery, but
yeah,
let's just think about it too.
Right, that's it. And they have one player. They have Damon up there.
But what's the one knock on the Sixers? Give me one.
Right now, it's defense.
Defense.
Yeah.
He's a defensive specialist.
But he wasn't doing it. We wouldn't have got rid of him if he was doing it.
The thing is, though, you acquired a good defensive player in Jalen McDaniels. He's been getting into his groove recently. The thing with Matisse is, you saw with Ben Simmons, too, when he was a liability on offense, it was basically a 4-on-5 on the offensive end. He got out of here. What was Matisse on offense? A liability. He was a 4-on-5. Right. So I'm mad that he's hitting these 3-pointers, but at the same time, it wasn't going to work.
Portland's not the Sixers.
No,
they have one player.
So,
so he's getting a lot. And if they're double teaming that player, he's probably getting some nice wide open shots. But he's still only scoring 7 points a game.
It seems like it always happens to Philadelphia teams when we trade somebody away, and then we trade somebody away. Hold on, we trade somebody away, and then they get better when they leave.
It's so frustrating.
It happens in all sports.
What do you got there, intern?
Yeah, so Matisse, throughout his entire tenure in Philly, which spanned over 244 games, he hit 165 total threes. He's already hit 19 and just 11 with the Trailblazers. Insanity.
All right, let me ask you this, Billy.
But Mike Carlin, you just said it. I mean, there's no pressure out there.
There's no he doesn't have a Harden that's going to take the shot or Maxey that's going to take a shot out there. He doesn't have Joel Embiid's going to take Harris. They have one player out there. That's it.
Right.
So if he's starting, he's playing 35 minutes a game.
But
he's going to get a lot of shots.
But he's still hitting them though. He's hitting more shots.
Good for him. Because maybe in the back of his head, he's thinking, if I miss him, I don't have to walk in and hear the media from Philadelphia saying what happened tonight.
But I don't think it's just the media. I mean, it was the crowd.
Yeah,
he was hearing it from everybody.
Hey, anytime a new person comes to your town, the crowd loves you. So I'm sure they love him right now.
Right now.
Let's see what happens next year.
Billy, hindsight's 2020, but I have to ask you, since we talked about Matisse and obviously the guy we got in return in the 3-team deal for Matisse, who would you rather have? I mean, hindsight's 2020, like I mentioned, but Jalen McDaniels or Matisse Thybulle?
I don't know if I mean, I got to be honest with you. I have not been impressed by Daniels. I haven't really been impressed with him. Have you? Have you guys?
There's been nothing crazy.
I haven't seen
him
about
him right now.
Like, matter of fact, I've seen him turn the ball over a few times. I'm like, what kind of play was that?
I think we're getting more out of him right now than when we got it. Yeah. And I think playoff time, you'll see it too.
All right. By the way, I asked you guys what PDX means.
Yeah.
And how stupid am I? How stupid am I? I worked for U.S. Airways for 24 years. I should have known that was the airport code. Like when you see when you get your you put a bag tag on your bag.
PHL.
It has codes. Well, guess what? When you get hired at the airlines, you have to know over like 200 codes. It's a test. They give you a test. You have to pass it like before you start working.
So you're telling us in a nice way you didn't pass it the first couple times that you didn't know the Portland one.
I passed, but I'm looking at this thing going like it didn't look right.
No, I didn't know what it was, and I fly all the time.
Portland, Oregon, I mean Philadelphia is PHL, Miami's MIA, right? Los Angeles, Orlando's MCO,
Fort Lauderdale,
Cincinnati CVG,
FLL,
Fort Lauderdale. I mean, Jacksonville's JAX.
Yeah.
Phoenix is PHX.
Cincinnati.
Buffalo's BUF.
Cincinnati.
CVG.
Imagine Cincinnati's airport is not even in the state of Ohio.
It's in Kentucky.
It's the craziest thing I ever heard of. Where are you flying? Cincinnati. Okay.
Chicago's ORD. I mean, so they're a lot. Yeah.
Wow,
ORD.
that surprises me.
There's a lot of airports.
What's Midway? Midway is.
See, I haven't been.
I left. Chicago's got two airports.
Yeah, it does. Midway and O'Hare. O'Hare. That's why ORD. O'Hare.
Yeah.
I haven't been. I left U.S. Airways.
Let's see how fast our listeners are. Someone texts in. We want to know what it is for Midway.
Midway. Yeah. What's the airport code for Midway
the code?
In Chicago? My brother ought to know it. He flies in there all the time. But those jerseys look stupid.
Yeah, I didn't
like them at all. I'm like, what the heck's PD? And I should have. I mean, I just wasn't thinking. I guess when I'm looking at this, I'm like, what the heck's PDX stand for?
All right, Sixers tonight.
Well,
let's move on.
Carlin, you were impressed. We were really impressed.
I was really impressed
with that win they had the other night against the Trailblazers.
Yeah.
They trailed the whole game. Like I own it. Like Morris trailed. Morris trailed the whole game. They didn't have the lead once. They tied it.
He's tied it.
Trailblazers didn't have the lead once. I mean, the Sixers didn't have the lead once the whole game.
Until second.
They were down 21 points to the Trailblazers. And then Joel Embiid hits that big three or that big shot with 3 seconds to go.
Yep.
You were impressed with that win, right, Mike?
I was very impressed. It changed my thinking moving forward now.
What do you mean by that?
Well,
be more specific.
I didn't think we were going to get I think how it's going to play out is our first round is going to be, in my mind, I thought it was going to be a rough one against like a Miami or Toronto or something where they take us 7 games. And then we're tired going into the second round against someone pretty good, either a Boston or Milwaukee, okay, or a Cleveland kind of thing. Now I'm starting to think if Harden keeps playing the way he's playing, and now we got Maxey back in the starting lineup,
right,
and he's scoring. Now you got 3 legitimate scorers. They're going to be a team that you got to be really thinking about.
Maxey's getting hot too at the right time.
I like him.
Just when everyone needed him to get hot too, everyone was getting kind of TO'd at him or PO'd at him. So
I just think that
they need to fall into
Sixers have to get past the second round.
Well, they
have to, or this is going to be like. Can you imagine what Matisse Thybulle was talking about pressure? He didn't feel comfortable. Wait, if the Sixers get bounced if they don't make it to the conference final. Can you imagine what's going to be said about the people are going to go nuts?
Not just said, you're going to have you guys out the door. There's going to be guys out the door.
There's going to be guys, right?
Starting with Doc Rivers.
Yeah, starting with the coach and moving on.
This is it.
But you don't want to have to, the playoffs, the way they're matching up, you don't want to have to go through Milwaukee and Boston. You're hoping you only have to go through one to get to the finals. Because back-to-back, those two, that I don't think they can do that.
And Joel Embiid is playing.
He's the MVP.
He should be
He's
the MVP. I mean, there's other guys that other teams are saying about.
Yeah, I'm tired. I mean,
somebody from
Joker's great.
Who was the guy from Minnesota that said that Embiid should be the MVP.
Yeah. There's no doubt. There's no more talking about maybe it's him or the Joker, maybe a 3 times straight for Denver. He can put up all the triple doubles he wants.
Right.
He's not Joel Embiid right now.
Andrew and I were talking about that this morning too. I don't think the Joker's done enough to unanimously solidify a three-peat for the MVP award. I think that Joel Embiid has done stuff that you haven't seen from him in past years.
But here's the thing, Mike. He's been doing it now consistently for the last 3 years. It just hasn't been.
And we talked about this last year.
Right?
Remember last year that we were right there.
Yeah, he's Joker's our team's better, right? Wouldn't you say? No.
They're in the Western Conference and they're in first.
Yeah, but our numbers against the Western Conference are unbelievable.
I think they were better. I think the Nuggets are frauds, to be honest with you.
We've gone after the West. We've beat all. Look that up, Andrew, real quick. Our record against the Western Conference this year is unbelievable.
But playing the team once a year, then it's like we play Boston 8 times. Denver plays them once.
Right.
So when you come out and you beat them, you're done with them. But it's different playing them.
Yeah, but when you're
1 month, you're playing them next month.
When you're the guy, what do you got, Andrew?
Yeah, so the Sixers are 19-7 against the Western Conference this season. And for me, real quick, the main thing with the Nikola Jokic debate
19-7.
19-7. So what was that? 12 games above 500. So it's pretty impressive.
All right, but Mike, you get up when you're playing a team that's above you or perceived to be better than you. You put your best foot forward. Both sides are.
Absolutely.
So you're saying you only play them once. So what's that mean?
Because I think teams that come into the West, it's just like when we go out east. Some teams take it more important than others, though. You got Lakers, you got Phoenix, you got Denver. Right. When they come to the East, are we the first game they're playing where they're really into it, or are they on the, they've been to Washington, they've been to Miami, they've been to New York, and then they play us, and it's like, I just want to get home. We're not going to see these guys ever again.
Yeah, but I still think that when it's a marquee matchup like that, these games are on national television a lot of times too.
Well, that's different. If it's a national television, but I think for the most part, guys, when they're on a road trip and you're one of the last teams to play, they're just tired. They just want to get home.
All right. Well, I think that I think the Sixers are proving that they can play with anybody on the East. On the East.
And when you get to if you can get to the finals, anything can happen. Trust me. You could be playing Phoenix real quick. I'll tell you.
Right.
And after the day before, someone gets hurt in practice or the first game, and it changed. You just want to get there. Right. Then anything can happen.
Right. Hey, for over 83 years, Circle Liquor Store has offered the best selection of beer, wine, spirits in Southern New Jersey. It's a stone's throw away from Ocean City. It's a landmark. With a friendly staff, it's no wonder Circle Liquors was named Best of Philly, Best of Atlantic City, with the most competitive prices around. Circle Liquor is now a proud sponsor of the second hour of the Locker Room with Billy Schweim. Throwing a party? Let Chet and his staff make sure you have everything you need. Check out the website at circleliquors.com or give them a call at 609-927-2921. That's 609-927-2921. Circle Liquor Store. Tell them the Locker Room sent you. Folks, I'm here to tell you about Lavari's Seafood Bar and Grill, located on Route 50 and Tuckahoe Road in Petersburg, New Jersey, just 8 minutes over Ocean City's 34th Street Bridge. It's an old school bar, 18 big screen TVs, daily specials, open every day at 11 a.m. Celebrating 15 years in business. Thursday night is wing night. $1 wings, $2.50 domestic drafts. Live music every Friday night. Book a private party. Give Dave Lavari a call at 609-628-2225. 609-628-2225. That's Lavari Seafood Bar and Grill. All right, when we return, we'll continue with more here in the Locker with Billy Schweim and Mike Carlin right here on 97.3 ESPN.
Sign up now for this year's $1 Million Bracket Challenge. Registration is underway now at 973ESPN.com and the free mobile app until the tournament begins.
Hell yeah!
Brought to you by
Progressive Fence and Railing, serving South Jersey for over 20 years. Call them at 609 800-8428.
Register for the $1 million bracket.
Ocean City's real estate market is red hot. You need an agent that has the knowledge and expertise to help. Contact Ocean City's top agent, Mark Grimes. Mark has been selling real estate for 30 years in South Jersey. He can answer all your real estate questions and find you the perfect property. He's available anytime on his cell at 609-425-2042. When Philadelphia star athletes are looking for a house at the beach, they contact Mark Grimes, specializing in buying and selling vacation homes, single-family homes, condominiums, and duplexes, residential and commercial, as well as new construction projects or investment opportunities. Mark Grimes, he's your agent at the beach. Give him a call right now, 609-425-2042, or check out his website at grimes.com.
Hundreds of Volkswagens in stock and on sale. Hundreds of Mitsubishis, even 100 electric Bintelli golf carts in stock and on sale at Tom's River Auto Group. And not one a penny over sticker. Plus, Tom's River Auto has a Birds fan bonus. $500 off just for showing up in a team jersey, hat, socks, whatever. How easy is that? New or used, Tom's River's got plenty, but hurry. On sale, they're flying. Click Tom'sRiverAutoGroup.com.
Finding an electrician that is dependable, prompt, and experienced is important. Tom Jackson & Sons Electrical Service is just that. Service in Atlantic and Cape May counties for 40 years, Tom Jackson & Sons Electrical Services specializes in both commercial and residential work and provides 24-hour emergency services. No job too big and no job too small. Call Tom Jackson & Sons Electrical Services. They do it all. Call for a free estimate, 609-399-1999.
Call Tom Jackson & Sons for electrical. They're number one.
Your luxury BMW experience is closer than you think. Take advantage of exceptional savings at BMW of Atlantic City. Stop in and shop your favorite models, including the new BMW 2 Series, X3, and more. We're sure to have a vehicle that fits your needs. And with Acceleride, purchase your vehicle online and we'll deliver it directly to you. Looking to trade? We'll pay top dollar for your current vehicle. Experience luxury today at BMW of Atlantic City, closer than you think. In Egg Harbor Township, shop our complete inventory online at bmwatlanticcity.com.
At the Home Depot, we know the world is a messy place. Keeping it clean takes science. That's why businesses everywhere have long trusted cleaning products from Ecolab to take on the toughest messes. And now, that level of clean is available for your home. Introducing Ecolab Scientific Clean, a full line of professional-grade cleaning products for all your home's needs, so you can clean like you mean business. Now available exclusively at the Home Depot. How doers get more done.
Hey, Coach, we need to score. What's the call?
We're going to wing it. We're calling the pick.
The pick?
Yeah, the one, the only, the original Piccalilli Inn to score some of South Jersey's best wings and homestyle favorites.
But, Coach, it's the middle of the game.
Pre-game, post-game, during the game, the pick's wings, tails, and ears are always the right call. They're right on Route 206 in Chemung, or check them out on Facebook. Now, who wants mild and who wants hot?
The Piccalilli Inn.
You're listening to The Locker Room with Billy Schweim on 97.3 ESPN and the free 97.3 ESPN mobile app.
All right, we're back broadcasting live at the Tom's River Auto Group studio right here in Northfield. Billy Schweim, Mike Carlin, the intern Andrew Leeds, and our good guy Danny. It's Danny Ryan. Now, Danny asked a question earlier in the other segment. We were talking about the code. We asked, what is Midway in Chicago? What's the airport code for them?
Yeah, so Paul from Ocean City chimed in right away. MDW is the abbreviation. Paul from Ocean City. Shout out to Paul.
Good job.
I used to know every one of those things.
He probably lived there, and now he lives here in Ocean City.
I wonder if he works at the airport. I works at one of the airlines. Because when I worked for U.S. Airways from 1992 to 2002, my brother Bobby and I had a house right on the beach on 31st Street in Ocean City. And I used to commute. You know, I used to get to work, Carlin. I used to fly. I used to go to Atlantic. This is before 9/11.
Yeah.
And things changed. But up into 9/11, I would drive my Jeep from Ocean City to the Atlantic City Airport, park, literally run like O.J. Simpson, for lack of a better example. Remember that old commercial where he'd run through the airport?
He was jumping over the road.
His briefcase in his hands. He was like, it was a Hertz commercial.
Yeah.
I would go through the security that quick, hop on a Beechcraft 1800, and fly to work.
Now, so you're saying something that most people have no idea. Is that a small plane? I mean,
Yeah,
what kind of plane is
plane.
that? Okay. How many seaters?
18 seats.
18 seats.
18 seat Beechcraft 1800.
Other
right?
people on it, just like you going to film?
It was in packed. There was sometimes because I go standby, but that flight wasn't always sold out. So I would literally drive my Jeep from Ocean City to the Atlantic City Airport.
Boom.
And then fly right into Philadelphia. I didn't have to use the employee shuttle. I didn't do all that stuff. Just go right in there. And at that time, there was all that construction on Route 42. So I could bypass all that. I flew to work.
Nice. That's very nice.
Lifestyles of the rich and famous.
Yes.
You have lived an interesting life. There's no doubt about it.
And I should have known the code for.
So, we got to talk to Dave about this because he'll know exactly what I'm talking about in Vegas.
Yeah.
You know that area outside of Vegas where the government controls?
Area 51?
Area 51. So there's a plane. If you're near the Vegas airport,
right,
it's all blocked out. And they bring people in on a bus that's all blacked out.
Right.
And then they have this screen that they pop up. You can't see who's getting on that plane. And then that plane goes to Area 51 every day.
What?
I'm telling you.
Really?
Yeah.
I'll ask Dave about that. All right. We're talking about Joel Embiid. And for the month of March, my man is averaging 37 points a game, 6.6 rebounds a game, 4.4 assists a game. Field goal percentage is 60.4, Carlin. And, of course, 3.61.3.
So
guy's unbelievable.
The stat that got me thinking about, when I love when I hear it say this has only been done once or twice. You mean think about NBA basketball.
Right.
So for centers, think of all the great centers that they've had in the NBA. Just going back to the 60s, we'll say. Okay. When he had his 23rd 35-point game the other day. You know there's only 2 centers that have ever done that?
No.
In the whole NBA.
Really?
Okay. Moses Malone and Shaq. Okay.
Really?
But that stood out to me. Of all the centers,
So-
no one's he's the third one.
And
that
both
ever
of them
done it.
won the MVP.
Yeah, that year. And maybe it takes time for me to get around to liking these Sixers.
Right.
Okay. But since December 5th, they're 32-11. They're the best team in the NBA. So there's a reason why I think I'm going to start liking them here.
Carlin, I can only remember you saying last year when the Phillies was, I guess it was June. And I'm
May.
Late May.
We were coming out of April.
Yeah.
And going into May.
No, it was later than that.
And then
because,
June. Right.
No, it was June because I was freaking out. June, they didn't have. I don't think they did well in June, but then they stepped it up in August. You were saying you were like the voice of reason. Going, be patient.
Wait till July.
Wait till. What did I keep saying to you? It's getting late early.
Yeah.
Nah, relax. I was freaking out. Tommy Green. We're going to be doing the Tommy Green on the Mound segment again this year, brought to you by Aaron Beda's Golf and Performance Club. But Tommy Green was even like you guys. You were settling him down.
Yeah, I think of all the teams, sports, baseball is the one in my mind where spring training is not January and February. Spring training to me is when it starts in April.
Right.
And then by June, let's start playing baseball. Like April and May is spring training to me.
All right, let's transition to baseball because the Philadelphia Phillies are getting some disturbing news. I mean, Andrew Painter went under an MRI. He's got a ulnar nerve. By the way, if you look, I don't know if you guys know this, but I'm going to show it on the YouTube channel. My elbow, see that scar right there in my elbow? I had my ulnar nerve operated on it, and it looks like I had Tommy John surgery. Like I tell everybody I did. But when I banged, I was at U.S. Airways when I did this. I fell out of the back of one of my coworkers pulled away the belt loader in the back of the back belly, in the rear of the plane, and I fell out. I banged my elbow on the floor of the plane, and I didn't feel it in the air, but they say funny bone. You know where I felt it? At the tips of my fingers.
Ooh.
It burnt. It sent shock wave, like just the fingers were burning at the end. That's a pretty painful thing, and the surgery was painful because that's a sensitive area of your arm. He doesn't have he just has he's a ligament sprain, but nevertheless, how concerned are you about that, Carlin? He's 19 years old.
It's also a slight tear too,
and that's a tear. Yeah, that's the key.
He brings some great keys up. That was a key. The tear is what scares me.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, that's what a sprain is.
Yeah.
It's a tear.
And then they said that they want to reevaluate it in 4 weeks to see if he needs surgery, and it just seems like they're delaying the inevitable at this point.
So I'm going to have to get my doctor Sean McMillan on, or one of the orthopedic surgeons that have done work on me to talk about how does that heal? Does that tear?
I think they look at if they're talking about surgery, say 4 weeks from now.
That's not good.
That's just have surgery and shut him down. He's 19, and let's see next year.
And I did speak with Tommy Green the other day, and he told me that he'd rather have this happen to him as a 19-year-old than say in his 20, 24, 25, 26.
Clean it now.
Get it all done, because these guys, most of them, the majority of them now come back better than they were before Tommy John.
Do you remember the movie?
And apparently this kid, so he had five. This kid was unhittable in AA. Then he tries to throw 5 pitches. He doesn't need 5 pitches.
Yeah. Do you remember the movie Jaws?
Yeah.
Do you guys, these younger guys?
You remember Jaws? Andrew?
Do you remember the scene when they were in late at night, and the one guy says, I was in the ocean and I got this cut.
Right.
And then the guy comes, well, I got that beat, and he shows his leg. He's got all the cuts. So, Billy, you just showed your
my
arm.
over.
I got that beat.
What do you got?
I got
what do you got?
I can take off my hat, which I won't. Like that, I fell off. I went all the way up to a sliding board.
Right.
And I was fooling around when I was 12 years old.
Right.
I cracked my head open.
Really?
That's why I am the way I am.
Is that the way you're goofy right now?
That's why I'm goofy.
You know who's got both of you beat? I don't know if you saw that gnarly scar on Bryce Harper's arm in spring training. They were taking pictures of him. All the way down his bottom forearm area.
Look at that.
It looks similar to yours.
My elbows. That's a pretty.
All I can remember is laying there.
Where does your scar?
Oh, it starts like in the middle of my head and goes around.
Oh, get out!
So
really?
all I can remember to this day is my best friend looking over me with all these people, and I can hear the sirens go, and I hear him saying, "Look at all the blood coming out." I'm just laying there.
But and then on top to add insult to injury, Ranger Suarez, he gets sent home from the.
It's early though. It's fine.
I'm worried about it because what happened last year, Carlin? The reason why the Phillies, pretty much ended up getting hot at the right time. They had injuries that they had overcome, but at the end, they all were healthy pretty much.
That's what I mean. It's early. So let all these injuries happen now. You don't want them happening the end of August.
But Painter's injury.
Were you really planning on Painter being a message?
Yeah, I was looking forward to him starting this year. Yeah.
I'll tell you what about Painter. I hope they don't treat him like Sir Anthony Dominguez. We didn't see that guy for 2 years.
He had Tommy John.
They were fluctuating. Oh, do we give him surgery? Does he pitch through it? They cannot play around with Andrew Painter in that way.
They were dithering on whether to go for it. Right. They have to make a decision to go with it.
Driving in today, I heard the national media talking about baseball. Nothing has changed. Did you hear the rankings?
No.
Just in our division.
Oh yeah, we're third. We're third. We're third.
Yeah,
it's a joke.
And I thought everybody was going to go with Mets. Everybody's going with Atlanta. They're saying Atlanta, Mets, Phillies.
The Mets and the Braves got a formidable lineup as well. Yeah. I'm not saying just because we got Trey Turner that all of a sudden. Remember, it's all about pitching.
Yeah.
And now we have 2 pitchers that are like going to start the season not playing.
I'm hoping that Suarez is back. If he doesn't start the season, at least back soon. But yeah, Painter's not looking great.
All right, for 83 years, Circle Liquor Store has offered the best selection of beer, wine, and spirits in Southern Jersey. Trust me, it's a stone's throw away from Ocean City. It's a landmark. It's been there for 83 years with a friendly staff. It's no wonder why Circle Liquors was named Best of Philly, Best of Atlantic City, with the most competitive prices around. Circle Liquor is now a proud sponsor of the second hour of the locker room with Billy Schweim. Throwing a party? Let Chet and his staff make sure you have everything you need. Check out their website at circleliquors.com or give them a call at 609-927-2921. That's 609-927-2921. You're throwing a party, need all the supplies. Give Chet a call and his staff, 609-927-2921. That's Circle Liquor Store. When you go in there, tell them the locker room sent you. Hey, a new wind is blowing at Maserati of the Main Line. The all-new Gregale midsize SUV has officially arrived. Stop by Maserati of the Main Line, located in Devon, PA, just minutes away from Center City, to experience it for yourself. With a class-leading space, advanced driving, and technology features, the Gregale makes every journey thrilling experience. From your daily commute to weekend road trips, the Maserati Gregale elevates every moment in something truly special. Test drive the all-new Gregale for yourself and experience how it makes every day exceptional. Visit them online at motml.com or give them a call at 484-804-4800 to schedule your test drive today. That's 484-804-4800 and ask for Michael Pileggi. All right, when we return, we'll continue more here in the locker with Billy Schweim and Mike Carlin right here on 97.3 ESPN.
Tonight on ESPN Radio.
Here's another break for the Knicks. Julius Randle goes strong with a left-hand flush.
Julius Randle and the New York Knicks continue a West Coast road trip in Los Angeles, where they'll face Anthony Davis and the Lakers.
Stumped it home.
The Knicks at the Lakers, presented by Indeed. Coverage begins tonight at 8:30 Eastern on ESPN Radio. It's the NBA on 97.3 ESPN, your exclusive home for the NBA Finals.
Train presents The Unstoppable. Those captains of comfort, those gargantuans of the guarantee, those satisfaction savants who persevere perilously beyond probability as the raconteurs of reliability. Here's to Train's heralded heroes of heating and air conditioning, those comfort kings with a tireless tenacity for total turnaround. The Train Comfort Specialists. Just one more reason why it's hard to stop a train.
Hi, this is Joe Lenigan, owner of Lenigan Plumbing, Heating, and Cooling. Call us today for your free Train system quote at 609-399-1200 or online at ocnjplumber.com. And please don't forget to ask for the military and senior discount.
Call and again and again. Call and again and again.
Randazzo's Pizza. Randazzo's Pizza. Randazzo's Pizza, the pizza you're gonna love. It's got the freshest taste that you'll find any place. Randazzo's Pizza, there's one right nearby. Randazzo's Pizza. Randazzo's Pizza. It's a pizza like you've never had before. Eat it or take it home, no matter where you roam. Randazzo's Pizza, the tastiest you'll find. Randazzo's Pizza, the tastiest you'll find.
Why would you call anyone else besides Randazzo's Pizzeria and Family Restaurant, 34th and Asbury Avenue in Ocean City. Open year-round, 7 days a week, offering free delivery on the whole island and to the beach. Pizza, pasta, salads, entrees, subs, paninis, and wraps. Voted best of the shore. Call 814-1600. 814-1600.
Randazzo's Pizza, the tastiest you'll find. Randazzo's Pizza, the tastiest you'll find.
Hi, this is ex-Philadelphia Eagles tight end Ken Dunnick, and I'm the current publisher of Jersey Man and Philly Man magazine, and I'm asking you to become a Camden County police officer and help make our city a better place to live. The Camden County Police Department is now hiring for sworn officers who are going to make a difference in our community. The first year's salary for the position is $51,000. So join the effort today to be part of something bigger than yourself. Visit CamdenCountyPD.org to apply online. That's CamdenCountyPD.org. Thank you.
Bet365 is giving you more this March with a mega $365 in bonus bets. Simply sign up, bet $1, and unlock your $365 in bonus bets. Check out our Bet Boost, offered across every game of the college basketball tournament throughout March. Sign up today, bet $1 and get $365 in bonus bets, and make your March mega with Bet365. If you or someone you know has a gambling problem and wants help, call 1-800-GAMBLER. Terms and conditions apply. Must be 21 plus and physically located in New Jersey.
Now, more of The Locker Room with Billy Schweim on 97.3 ESPN and the 97.3 ESPN free mobile app.
One of my favorite songs. These songs of your time right here.
I never was a police guy, Bill.
Today. Hey, man. All right, we're back broadcasting live at the Tom's River Auto Group studio. You know, I seen the police guy. You're not a police guy?
No, I never was.
You don't like Sting?
No. I'm very focused.
Well,
I know.
what was your music?
How about if I tell you I've seen a guy at least
James
at
Taylor.
least 100
James Taylor.
at least 100 times,
James
probably
Taylor.
a lot more.
James Taylor. Bruce
No.
Springsteen.
No, there's only one. George Thorogood. That's it.
George Thorogood and
guess
the
what?
Delaware Destroyers.
Guess who's coming back to Ocean City this year?
Is he really going to be on the boardwalk?
Boardwalk Call, second row dead center. I'm part of his fan club. What like as my wife would say, what a loser you are. But that's me. I'm part of his fan club.
George, he's got some cool songs, but I wouldn't be somebody I'd go see a million times.
So the
George Thorogood and the Delaware Destroyers.
I'm going next week to Cleveland to see my son works for the Cavs. Right next to the stadium is the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame.
Yeah.
I'm having a shirt made up as I'm walking through.
Right.
Where is George?
I drink alone.
I want to know where all these people are in the Hall of Fame. They induct 10 people every year.
What's your favorite
and maybe
song?
one deserves to get. And I'm thinking, when is George Strait going to be in the Hall of Fame?
What's your favorite song? Once a bottle, a one time, a one beer. What's that song?
Nighttime.
How's
I
that
like
song go?
I like one
How's that
bourbon,
song?
one scotch, one beer. I want to tell you a story about the House Rhythm Blues. That's how it goes. Okay.
Carlin, man.
Bad to the bone. Bad to the bone. I drink alone.
I drink alone.
I can go on, and he's not in the Hall of Fame. So I'm literally going to wear a
you're
shirt.
pushing for him.
Oh, I'm pushing for
You're
it.
going to start a campaign?
It's going to say, "Where's George?" And on the back, it's going to say, "Why not here?"
All right.
We'll see.
Let's talk about let's talk a little bit baseball with the World Baseball Classics being played, and of course, Danny brought it to my attention because we were at the MAC tournament. So we were, and then when we went home, I was hungry on the way home. We were going to go out and grab something to eat and drink.
Are we giving a shout out to our
what?
Wawa?
Yeah, to Wawa.
Wawa.
Well, I mean, because we're so busy doing what we do, we didn't
we were starving.
We were starving,
And nothing's
then
open
we
at
realized,
midnight.
wait a minute, it's daylight savings time. We're gonna lose an hour of sleep. So Nick, let's just get home and get to sleep. I was hungry, so I kept saying to you, I gotta get something to eat. I gotta get something to eat. So I went to Wawa, but then you eat and then you can't go to sleep right away. You did the same thing.
Well, you were in my head. I wasn't going to go to Wawa. I got to go right past on the way. Like, I'm starving.
Now I'm going to be. You're in my head. Now I'm going to be singing "I Drink Alone." All right, Kyle Schwarber hits a bomb last night. We got that clip. That was. I want to hear it because we missed it yesterday,
A
Danny.
3-run home run from Kyle Schwarber. Here it is.
All right, so you hear the ball, the back of the bat.
Yeah, love hearing
And of course, with the Schwarberfest, don't forget the Schwarberfest last year at the Wawa, right? They weren't they promoting the players? Were like they love
love
Wawa.
that. Yeah, well, we need to get them to be a sponsor.
The
we
intern
talk too much.
just showed me this. Okay, Schwarber is at a home run in both AL and NL wildcard games. He's hit one both in the NLDS and NLCS. Right, he's hit one and he's hit home runs in the World Series and now in the Baseball Classic. But guess what? He should be leading off your baseball team.
That's Billy. I'm looking at. I was hoping you weren't going to say it because I was going to say, is he going to lead off this year?
No. Why would you put him in the top of the order? Doesn't make any sense to me.
Did it make sense last year?
They didn't really have anybody. Who are they going to put in for? What are they going to put?
Are you going to say he didn't do good last year?
He did okay. No, he did all right. No, because he strikes out too much. But
I agree with you.
they don't put the ball in play.
I just want to see how you
Now,
think.
listen, this year's going to be a different animal because there's no more shift.
No.
Right? You're going to.
Turner's
How
going to
many
lead
times
off.
do we see Ryan Howard hit into the shift?
Yeah.
How many times do we see Bryce Harper hit into the shift? You're not going to see that this year.
I hate that, though, to be
So,
honest with you.
But
You're taking it out of the. Why have a manager if he can't manage how he
I know.
wants the
Well,
team? I hate that. I hate that.
I didn't want the DH, but
I don't
it
care if
helped
I
us
put
last year.
If I put everybody on one side, that's what I'm doing.
Right.
You beat me.
Right. Exactly.
Now you're telling me, no, you can't do that.
Adapt.
You can't do that. Yeah.
You want to beat me? Learn how to hit the ball the
Right.
other way.
I hate that that's. I don't care
Change-
about the bases being bigger, or I like the speed, the clown with the pitcher speed. But telling me what I can't do on defense, I hate that.
Right. You can't tell me how to play my game. But Kyle Schwarber, like the producer Danny just said, he should be hitting third or fourth.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, because of all those home runs he's hitting, if somebody's on base, Trey Turner or maybe Reese Hoskins, instead of getting one run, now you're getting 2 or 3 runs.
They're 1 and 2, and then it'll be Schreiber and Harper.
How about this? How about Turner, Reese Hoskins, JT Realmuto, and Schwarber?
I love that. Oh, that's exactly what I was going to say.
And then when Harper comes back, you could put Reese at 5, put Harper at 2, because then you got a righty, lefty, righty, lefty.
All right,
right, left.
Let me ask you two. You ready? I want you to name one player on the Phillies right now that next October we're going to say, man, did he have one big year?
Trey Turner.
That's tough. I'm going to say, Trey Turner is definitely a safe pick. I'm going to go with Nick Castellanos. I think that he's going to have a bounce back year.
Yeah, we were thinking together because that's what I was going to say. I think Nick this year is going to have a breakout year.
Now, we were talking about Matisse Thybulle and not being, he felt that, did Nick Castellanos since he didn't have really that great a year, did he feel loved in Philadelphia? Because he looked like sometimes he looked like he had an attitude. Am I wrong about that?
He was pissed off at himself for chasing all those outside sliders all year.
Yeah.
But do you think he's going to have a good year this year?
I hope so. I
do.
mean, I don't think he can have a bad year like that again.
He's my pick for the year.
He hit the year before. He hit 304.
Right.
And he led the league in doubles, right?
He's my pick. And I think even though he didn't have a so-called great year last year, so many other things were going good around him that it was like he got lost in the shuffle kind of thing.
The Eagles this year, or let's start, the Phillies last year were pretty much injury-free. Eagles was miraculous that they had all 22 starters in that Super Bowl. It's the key. The key is staying healthy.
Joel Embiid. You better hope Joel Embiid stays healthy.
Joel Embiid has been healthy this year.
I know, but we still got to. I mean, think about what we still have half of March and all of it. April's the month that scares
Was
me.
that for Schwarber? Yeah. Yeah, Schwarber hit 46 home runs. 20 of them were solo. 25 were solo.
That's better than getting on base, isn't it? I'd rather have that than getting on base.
But in a perfect world, you want to have somebody.
And is he going to do that again this year? I mean, that's a great year.
No, that is a great year. But I think he's a 30 home run guy every year.
I think so.
Right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, it's going to come down to pitching. You got Wheeler, you got Nola. Who's our third pitcher? Suarez?
Unfortunately.
He's on the shelf.
But he's been very good,
Bailey
surprisingly. Taiwan Walker.
Yeah, Walker. I forgot about him.
Yeah.
So, I mean, it's about pitching. This team's going to hit the ball.
It's all coming together.
They're going to hit the ball. And, yeah, the Mets, so that's another thing. Like, we talk about the Sixers' inability to beat the Celtics and the Bucks. But the Phillies couldn't beat the Mets last year, or the Braves. I mean, they had a losing record.
They just
against the
had
Braves,
their
but
number.
The Mets owned us last year in the regular season.
So it could be a year where, we win 7-6, 8-5. Meaning we score a lot of points. We score a lot of runs, but we're giving them up too. It's guys, guess what? I know we're sagging away, but with Eagles next season,
right?
We lose the defensive guys that we're talking about losing, and we have our whole offense back. Don't be surprised if we're going to see scores of like 42-38, 35-30. I mean, we're going to score a lot of points, but we're going to give up a lot of points.
By the way, not to allude to the Eagles, go to the Eagles, change the subject, but we talked about what Brandon Graham said. It wasn't about the money. He wants to be in Philadelphia. He wants to play with Jalen.
He's special.
He's special.
He sees
and
it.
You're right. It could be like, but do you really care if you lose, if you win 35
I don't
to
care.
28?
No, that's to me. That's the more points, the better for me. I like it.
So Schwarber he's been averaging 25 home runs a season. Yeah, I think he'll hit about 32 this year, minimum.
Yeah, I think over the past few seasons, he's gotten more consistent with the long ball. The years before that, when he was with the Cubs, kind of fading off with the Nationals, it was a bit iffy, but he is really, the month of June is his month, man.
Yeah, he's, how old, and I guess he's what, 28? How old is Schwarber? I think he's like 28, 29.
You bumped into him last year.
He's 30.
Remember, you bumped into him last year.
Yeah, so I'm walking down Haddon Avenue in Collingswood, and I'm at my computer.
Hey, I know you.
Wait a second. No, wait, but it was wild because the store that I was in has a picture picture window, like it's all glass in the front of their building, right, from the floor all the way up.
Yeah, window shop.
And so I'm standing right by there, and there's this guy standing right outside talking to a guy, and I look around. The guy outside kind of turns his body. It's Schwarber, Kyle Schwarber. So I'm looking at him going, I'm trying to am I seeing this? Is that Schwarber? So I run outside and I go in, I introduce myself.
He's the man.
And I said, hey, Kyle, it's Billy Schweim from 97.3. I said, hey, man, I'd love to have you on my show. It's kind of difficult to get you guys during the season, but, he said, yeah, I'd love to come on. No problem. I gave him my card. I said, just send me an email and then we'll I'll email you. I won't bug you and we'll get it. But he never got back to me. But they went on that run, so who cares? I was happy.
You got your gift.
But here he is. He's like literally standing right there. And I'm like, oh, man, Schwarber.
Oddly enough, you're not the first person that told me they've seen him in Collingswood. He must be a Collingswood guy.
I think they live in Haddonfield. You know why? Because a week later, my good buddy Louis Capelli calls me, texts me, and he takes a picture. Bryce Harper was in the Pop Shop in Collingswood, which is a famous eatery. P.O. Pop Shop. Pawn shop. He's pawing off his ring.
Yeah.
I think they live, and they're out and about in the community. Yeah. It's great.
Yeah. I think when the baseball season comes to an end, in our division, I don't think you're going to see a 100-win team. I think it's going to be like, say, Atlanta with 98 wins and the Mets with 95 and the Phillies 92. Like they're all going to be right up there fighting each other.
So in the next coming weeks, we're really get into the meat and potatoes, and we'll look at each team's roster and lineups and pitching staffs and everything. And I'm going to ask you, Carlin, so prepares your homework assignment. I want you to start looking to see what you think the Eagles over and under for wins is this season. Not right. Well, you can tell me right now off the top of your head, but in a couple of weeks after after the rosters,
we got to see the schedule.
Yeah, we see. No, the rosters. The schedule's out already, right? Okay.
Not where we're going. Not home and away.
It's not. Yeah, it is. The Phillies schedule. It's all out. Yeah.
Oh no, you said. Didn't you say the Eagles?
Oh, did I?
You said the Eagles.
I'm sorry.
First the Flyers, now the Eagles.
No.
My head's not that good yet.
No. Well, your head's. You got that scar on your head.
Yeah.
No, I mean this. I want to give you the over and under for the Phillies.
Gotcha. Okay. For the Phillies.
Hey man, we lost an hour of sleep.
Yeah,
I'm a little tired.
I'm right here with you.
I still think we're on the court.
Well, when I saw you, I pulled in first, then you pulled in, then Danny pulled in. The intern showed up. I got there I was like 10 minutes early.
Yeah. I knew we need to have
Thank
like
God
a huddle before.
Thank God we
the
didn't
show
have a couple pops last night.
That's I mean we didn't have one.
I'm getting old, man. No, but I mean, we could have, but we didn't.
We didn't.
No.
Hey, we do before the show ends. Give me 2 minutes.
Sure.
Because we do need to talk about the top, who we think the seeds are coming out.
All right. So, real quick? What's your over and under for Phillies wins? Real quick, without even thinking.
94.
I was gonna say 92.
We're right there.
But just because the Mets owned this last year doesn't mean they're going to own us this year.
I'm going to go 95 or more. Honestly,
really? What do you say, intern? Throw up your board. He's got. Did you see? I bought him a present, right?
Yeah,
I got him a whiteboard. 93. All right, so we're all in the same.
Yeah, we're all right there.
I got the intern a present, and he's got a whiteboard now. He's like, who's the guy that does the whiteboard on Fox News? What's that guy's name? I don't know. There's a guy. All right, what I see him. He does a whiteboard.
Yeah.
What are you showing me?
So it's on TV.
Okay.
He showed the StreamYard.
All right. Hey, for over 83 years, Circle Liquor has offered the best selection of beer, wine, and spirits in southern New Jersey. It's a stone's throw away from Ocean City. It's a landmark. The friendly staff, it's no wonder Circle Liquors was named Best of Philly, Best of Atlantic City with the most competitive prices around. Circle Liquor Stores is now a proud sponsor of the second hour of the Locker Room with Billy Schweim. Throwing a party? Let Chet and his staff make sure you have everything you need to throw a big party. Check out their website at circleliquors.com or give them a call at 609-927-2921. 609-927-2921. Circle Liquor Store. Tell them the Locker Room sent you. Just about everybody in our area has heard about the Jersey Man and Philly Man magazine that's run by ex-Philadelphia tight end Ken Dunnick. But were you aware of their private business network they call the Legacy Club? Every month, they hold private events at upscale locations in Philadelphia and South Jersey that attract over 200 top business people. If you have an interest in attending one of these events and see it's a fit for your business, send an email to ken@jerseymanmagazine.com or give them a call at 856-912-4007 for more information. When we return, we'll wrap it up. You're listening to The Locker Room with Billy Schweim and Mike Carlin right here on 97.3 ESPN.
It's Sixers basketball tonight on 97.3 ESPN with the voice of the 76ers, Tom McGinnis, calling all the exciting play-by-play action.
He drives it by one man to the near side house. Open three, corner by Daniel House. Oh, yeah. Sixers get the bucket.
The Sixers host the Wizards tonight. Coverage begins at 6 p.m. Philadelphia 76ers basketball on your radio home of the Sixers in South Jersey, 97.3 ESPN.
Finding an electrician that is dependable, prompt, and experienced is important. Tom Jackson & Sons Electrical Service is just that. Service in Atlantic and Cape May counties for 40 years, Tom Jackson & Sons Electrical Services specializes in both commercial and residential work and provides 24-hour emergency services. No job too big and no job too small. Call Tom Jackson & Sons Electrical Services. They do it all. Call for a free estimate, 609-399-1999.
Call Tom Jackson & Sons for electrical. They're number one.
Every year, hundreds of children suffer from unintentional injuries or death due to unsecured guns. Camden County and Moms Demand Action South Jersey are asking for your help to reduce gun violence by spreading the Be Smart message.
Store guns unloaded, locked, and separate from ammunition.
and talk to other parents about secure gun storage.
It's up to us to prevent these tragedies and save lives. Visit CamdenCounty.com/BeSmart to learn how we can stop gun accidents and deaths together.
Mom, Dad, Sis?
Here we go again.
Why are you in a suit? Picture, if you will, a world with the best network imaginable. I'm talking about the Xfinity 10G network. Go on. Mom, remember how your reality shows wouldn't load with all of us online? Now you can binge. And Susie, we'll have fast internet in the basement.
Nice.
If you have any questions, here's my card.
This is just your name on a gum wrapper.
Introducing the 10G network only from Xfinity. The future starts now. Now through March 21st, new customers can get 200 megabit Xfinity internet during our limited time Xfinity 10G network launch celebration for just $25 a month for 2 years. Plus, there's no annual contract required and you get Wi-Fi equipment included. Go to Xfinity.com/10G, call 1-800-XFINITY, or visit a store today. Requires paperless billing and autopay with stored bank account. Restrictions apply. Taxes and fees extra. After promo, regular rates apply to internet service and devices. Actual speeds vary.
Get ready, because Scott's is taking over daylight saving time. It's such a big event that we're calling it day-long saving time. And now it's got real savings. In fact, it's the biggest deals of the year. Audacious? Absolutely. So don't wait. Stock up early and you'll be able to save up to $20 on Scott's Triple Action and Easy Seed products today at the Home Depot and Lowe's. Offers available March 9th through 22nd at select U.S. stores while supplies last. Selection varies by location. See store for exact offers.
You eat healthy. You exercise too. But why, oh why, does your tummy have to pop out like that? Dr. Lyle M. Back knows it's not your fault. There are a number of factors that cause your abdominal muscles and skin to lose their elasticity, like pregnancy, weight gain, then weight loss, aging. And no diet, TV gimmick, or sit-up routine can change that. But with a tummy tuck, Dr. Lyle M. Back can help you get a tighter, flatter abdomen. Call 856-MAKEOVER today or visit ilovelyle.back.com.
You're listening to The Locker Room with Billy Schweim on 97.3 ESPN and the 97.3 ESPN free mobile app.
All right, we're back broadcasting live from the Toms River Auto Group studio right here in Northfield. Billy Schweim and Carlin. Jay Ryan's here and the intern. Of course, Carlin, you wanted a few minutes to say, what do you want to say?
Today's a big day.
What's a big day?
The tournament starts tonight at 6:00. We'll know if you're a team, you make it, you're in the running, and then you find out where you're going. So I'm just going to give you my idea who I think the top seeds are. Okay. I think coming out of the Big Ten, you're going to have Purdue.
With that guy Eddie, what's he, 7'4"?
7'4".
7'4".
And if you don't know about him, look him up and see what he can do.
I think just because of him, and I've seen Purdue play twice this year, I like them to win it.
And you know what his favorite sport is? And he played up until he was 14 years old. And
Baseball.
they said, you're too. No.
What?
Hockey. They show him on the ice playing.
Are you serious?
He's
like Zeno Taro.
Yeah. He was growing so fast that all of a sudden he went like from 6'2" to 6'6".
Oh my God.
And they knew that he was going to get, and they were like, you got to stop playing the sport. You can't play. Then he started playing baseball. They have him pitching.
Yeah, I know he played baseball.
Yeah.
Just,
okay.
So when he
plays
did his windup,
volleyball,
his arm was halfway to the mound.
They show him playing volleyball. He doesn't jump. He just stands with, they go up and they block it. He just stands there like
he doesn't really have to jump the dog.
Yeah. So you got Purdue is going to be a number one coming out of Big Ten. They'll be tested. You have Alabama coming out of the SEC. Yep. Again, another team tested. You're playing Kentucky's, the Florida's. Kansas is going to come out of the Pac-12. Again, tested. The team that I think is the fraud here is that everybody keeps talking about Houston. Houston's in the American Conference, and literally their biggest game is against.
Weren't they Phi Slamma Jamma back in the day?
Back in the day, yeah, but they weren't in this conference. Their biggest game is Temple, Tulane. I mean, just teams that if you look them up, I think once they'll get through the first round because they're going to have a good rank. But when they start playing a mid-level team that can play, they're going to get bounced out.
Okay.
And then I'll end it with who we've been our new friends now. Iona.
Watch out for Iona.
I think they're going to come in as an 8th seed. So that's what I'll be looking at tonight.
I want to remind people to make sure that you check out our website. The website is up and running, and it looks fabulous. We have pictures there that are displayed. We have our articles. You can watch a replay of the YouTube of our show on the YouTube channel. Of course, Andrew Lee's doing a great job with that. If you want to advertise on our YouTube channel. There's an area where you can get in touch with us. All our information, send us an email. You can advertise on the website, the YouTube channel. It looks good. The photos, and of course we're selling T-shirts and coffee mugs there. Locker room T-shirt, ESPN T-shirt, and coffee mug.
A lot of information.
All right, Carlin, great job. Hey, Mike, great job working all week long, going to the match tournament. You had a lot of fun, but we also got to learn a lot.
We made a lot of good contacts for next year.
Yeah. Thank you, Danny Ryan. Thank you as always. And to the intern Andrew Leeds. Great job. Selection Sunday is tonight. And then you have the Sixers and Wizards at 6 o'clock. Don't forget that. Thanks for making the locker room part of your Sunday. Because nothing could be finer than talking sports with the Schweiner. We got a great week in sports coming up. Of course, you can check it with Mike Gill, the Sports Bash, Monday through Friday. I think he's heading down to Florida.
How about him doing the play-by-play last night?
Yeah. Hey, have a great rest of your weekend, and we'll see you next week.
The preceding program was paid for by The Locker Room with Billy Schweim.
The NCAA